JBs Tailored, the Fashion Kingdom.
How do you build and lead your team?
I build and lead my team with being an example. Yes. I am a good team leader and I'm exemplary. I don't tell them A and do B. Yes, that is how I lead my team. And another thing, I lead my team with respect, knowing that these are fellow human beings, these are fellow men like I am, these are fellow husbands to some women, these are fellow wives to some people. So I hold them that way. They are not just my workers, we are a team, like you said. So I have them as a team. I know it is a combination of what they do and what I do that has pushed us this far. One of the best memorable moments, it's when I got a call from the Uganda kingdom to come and dress them. Yes. It's not that I was pushing more and more, but I think now the world is a global village. The president, the kabaka, the katikiro, they can watch what you do instantly on their phone. So maybe they watched my work and they loved it and they told me you need to come and dress ABC, and I was humbled. But I've worked on very many VVIPs, but to that, some things there is something with the kabaka, there is something with the katikiro. Indeed, you know, so na sense of and another thing, it made me I'm a believer in God, I'm a Christian. So some things happen and I'm not just excited about the money or anything, I'm excited about seeing scriptures come true. The Bible says, so when I see the real balangira, the real bakabaka, the real bani, they are the people I'm sitting with now, because of my work, I feel proud, I feel happy. Another very, very memorable moment is my wedding suit. I made that suit for myself from scratch. I designed it, and up to date, it is one of those mostly worn outfits on weddings. I feel proud that I invented that. My big breakthrough was when I worked on my son. I adopted him, now he's my son. He's called Pastor Mto. By the way, Pastor Mto, after working on him, the photos went viral, and now others and then they now very many prominent people. Yes. You see, I got my big breakthrough unintentional. I didn't intend. I was doing things out of a helping heart, out of a caring heart, and then they paid off that way. That is how good it is to do good things. So I was helping someone I thought is in need, someone I thought was embarrassed, someone I thought needed. So in doing so, the works went viral and the rest is history.
Who has influenced your journey in this business?
My mom. My mom introduced me to my teacher, because my teacher was her worker. My mom is a tailor.
Oops.
You get? So she opened the doors for all this I'm doing today. She introduced me to Mr. Misaj. Misaj taught me. Yes. But now I have other people I look up to now, and I'm like, oh, I should push quite bigger and get to their level. Now, like a gentleman called Ask Oki. Yes. I like what he does. I like how informed he is about clothing, about how much attention he pays to detail. Yeah. In business, I love criticism so much, majorly from my clients. I hate it when someone who has never worked with me criticizes what I do.
Yeah.
But I love it so much when my client tells me, hey, I didn't love this suit. Actually, that is the person I'll give the highest level of attention. I want to know why. What went wrong? How best can we serve you? You know? So that is how much we appreciate criticism, positive and negative, to our clients. Now, personally, I have come to learn that criticism is inevitable. In the beginning, I could be broken. To the people who watch us out there, you see how sometimes it gets so annoying, how someone gets the guts of, saying ABC about you, lies, absolute lies. But now, as a Christian, as a person who knows God, as a person who knows that some of us believe God is the creator of heaven and earth. Some of us believe that God wants us to do ABC. But to date, some people have refused to listen to him. Some people criticize him. So if God is criticized, and I said this on one interview, then who are you? Who are you not to be talked about? Who am I not to be insulted? If even the creator of heaven and earth is still insulted. Yeah. So sometimes actually you would be more scared if no one is saying nothing about you. It is now a measure of success, by the way. you know, by the fact that you can have everyone now talking about you. You're not a nobody, you're somebody. Because there are some people who are willing to do anything crazy to be talked about. You find a woman who will undress totally, who will even leak their nudes to be talked about. So you don't take it for granted. What has kept me humble is that I have it at the back of my mind that since I so say, whatever I am doing, people have done. I believe that the Bible says God hates the proud people and he elevates the humble people. You see, the Bible leads us so well. You design your Bible because I read it, you know. So see how humble Jesus was.
Yeah.
See how cool he was, the life he lived, the Son of God. There is nothing. It is actually not good to elevate yourself. Let people elevate you. You know, let people speak loud about you. Oh, JB is this, JB is that. Don't blow your own trumpet. Let people celebrate you, but don't, amplify it. Stay humble, Kakana. You're not the first, you're not the last. We are all passing by this world, and tomorrow we shall go back to soil. So why be proud and arrogant? The importance of Sabbath to me, I keep the Sabbath holy, not even because I'm an Advent, but because you see, God is systematic. When God created heaven and earth, he rested the seventh day, right? First of all, I understand that it is important to rest as a person. So you have to have a day off in your schedules. You can choose to have it as a Wednesday, you can choose to have it as a Friday, whatever it is, but it is very important to rest. Secondly, another thing I learned from Sabbath is that when God created heaven and earth still, he did it in 1 week, in 6 days, and rested on the seventh day. And everything he did in those 6 days kept now redoing themselves. So we should learn a lot from that. In whatever we are doing, let's create a cycle. Let's create systems. Let's have continuity of how things are going to always happen and rehappen. That is why I'm so much in love with farming now. Yes. That in farming, there is that high chance of recreating, even when you're not there. Even when I'm resting on Sabbath, the goats are giving birth, the cows are giving birth, the maize is growing. We all know at the back of our minds that Saturday is the seventh day of the week. As students, we were taught Sunday is the first day of the week. We all know that. So if that is true then, and the Bible clearly states that keep the seventh day holy, keep the Sabbath holy, that is now common sense to me. Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm not a very religious person. And to you, my dear viewer, I'm not a very religious person. I am a person who understands my God.
A believer.
I'm a believer in God. Some days you'll find me in the mosque. Some days you'll find me in the Catholics. I was recently at Namugongo. Some days, yes, because I know God is everywhere. I do not clearly believe that all non-Adventists will go to hell. No. Because, for example, there are people who are born in the Arab countries. They are Muslims by default. The Hindus, the Chinese, they are born whatever they are by default. So will they all perish? No. That is not what I believe. And I believe in God, and I know that sin, what we call sin, is internal. You cannot sin unknowingly. Whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you're what, you will sin knowing that this I'm doing is a sin. So be in terms with that inner person of yours, and you're in terms with God. I have a great plan, and I am already doing that plan of seeing myself improve on the Ugandan fashion industry. The legacy I'm leaving behind is the reason behind why I chose to start up a fashion school. And by God's grace, it is the best in the country today. So that is the legacy I'm leaving behind. That is what I'm doing to add on the fashion business. And I am already seeing brands. I'm seeing boys like JBs the Tailor. I'm seeing Dino. I am seeing Samula Fashion. Very many that have all been through my hands. That is very satisfying. Now, I think, and now this is not something we can do as tailors, how I'm going to change something with fashion and from scratch, like you're saying, it should all go back to production. What do we use to produce? We use fabric. Where do we get the fabric from? We import the fabric. That makes the cost of production high. What if some smart people among us in Uganda here thought of many other things? What more things can we use to get fabric? How do we assemble it? What do we need? With the support of the government and maybe individuals, and start up now producing our own fabric locally. Fabric should not just be cotton, not silk, not wool, not nothing. I am surprised recently, nagendo chizulwanto olubugo, back cloth. is now caveated. It is, how do they call it? Patent by Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz has a patent on back cloth that is from Uganda, because they're using it in their high-end cars now, so you cannot use it because they have, caveated it. But why? Imagine how a foreigner from wherever they come from, German, comes and finds beauty in the back cloth, owns it, and now they are using it to make that finishing in the Brabus cars and stuff like that. We are sleeping, we should wake up and also invent and see how we use what we have to produce what we can produce. I am telling my students, I am a teacher. I teach my students, I tell them to think beyond, think big, think greater. What more can we do? I was recently telling Wiki's in beddings, that do you really think you should always import bed sheets from China? What if you looked at the things in our surroundings and, created something that can work as a duvet, something that, because we have wool, we have animals, we have hides and skins and everything, and we only export. So let's sit and understand that we need these machines. Go to China, buy the machines, bring the machines here and produce. Yes. Go to China, benchmark, employ Chinese here, see how they're doing what they are doing, copy them, send them back to their country, and now do the work ourselves. It is a phased approach. Prioritize. Let's now prioritize. Let's say, as a country, what do we want? Are we looking at industrialization? Yes. What do we do? Let's protect the Nachifuma region as a production hub. What do we need? 3-phase electricity, machines, ABC, avail everything there. Let's start that regional production. People from Mukono are good in bottling. People from Kamwenje are good in shoes. People from Barara are good in this and that. So let's have that approach, because that is the same approach they used. They were the world labor market, cheap labor. That is why many companies shifted to China, because the workers were cheap. But the Chinese were smart. They were like, it is okay. We are going to take our time and learn. Use us now and we shall produce later. That is the approach they used. And now they are the world producers. My advice to the people that are doing the same business I am doing, please, let's value our client's money. Let's try as much as we can to be more professional. Let's try as much as we can to put up a difference between omutunzi eyaliwo emyaka 2 emabega n'omutunzi wa leero. Another thing, let's understand that selling things cheap is the best way to earn clients. No, doing quality work is the best way to get clients. You don't need to make a suit and sell it at, let's say, 200,000. There are some clients you will never get because they are so sensitive. Even if it was me, sometimes I can walk into a let's say, hotel, I want to book rooms, and they tell me here it is $100. And I'm like, $100? No, I don't think they have a better service. I'll look for that of $200. Not because I have too much money, but because I want good stuff. So some people want good things and they're ready to pay as long as you're giving them good things. So don't think that you're creating competition by lowering your price. You're actually putting yourself lower. Yes. And that way you're going to gamble around, get wrong fabric, and end up giving the client poor work. Lastly, and most importantly, to the clients and to the citizens watching me, this is our own country. This is the only country we have. Endure the work people are doing. Could be in fashion, could be in carpentry, could be in anything. Let's give these people a chance to grow, because even if it was your own child and you went to school on their VD and they have some things, same products with other students, even if theirs is the worst, you will buy that of your own child because this is your own. Look at Uganda as your parent, but as your own child as well. By choosing a Chinese thing, you're betraying this dear country. Let's support our very own, and in supporting them, they will go on improving and adding on pola pola. By denying them the support, you're killing them. You're killing that unborn child. So let the child be born, and then we see how to let the child grow together as citizens. I believe that is what we need to do. So support in any way. Walk into that supermarket, look out for anything that has made in Uganda, prioritize that. However good or bad it is, prioritize that. By supporting me more, I have the capacity to buy machines. By supporting me more, I have the capacity to go worldwide and study and see many other things. By denying me the support, you're letting me stay okukona. In Uganda, that's the right word to use. You're making me stay stagnant at the level I am at. So support Uganda, buy Uganda, promote Uganda, build Uganda, and that way we shall get high up there. The Chinese started as laughable people. Those days having a China-made phone was laughable. This is a Chinese phone, oyo mu China, oyo mu China. But today even the iPhones we are holding are made in China. You get the point? So it is a phased growth. It is something that can happen gradually, not instantly. Embrace them, support them, and criticize them. When the work is not good, mugambe, tomuchawa mugambe nti emmere gyendireero ku restaurant yo tewoomye terezaamu. Enkyo okomewo nga terezezaamu omugambe nti kati no waterezezaamu emmere ewooma. That is my call to my fellow countrymen, for God and my country, to my dear parents abampereza abaana ku JBs. Thank you so much for being friends of Uganda, because this you're doing is what the country needs. You're skilling the Ugandan child, and these children are the people. We used to sing this song, we are the pillars of tomorrow's Uganda. Tomorrow's Uganda is now in our past, some of us, tukuze, but those children have a tomorrow's Uganda. So if we equip them with the necessary skills, it's the best thing we can do for them. Please, it is not just about getting a bachelor's in social sciences, a bachelor's in art and design, a bachelor's in journalism. No. Let this child have an extra skill. So at a younger level, interest them, take them to the garage, take them to the construction sites, take them to the tailoring schools, take them to anywhere they can get a skill. That skill may be the same thing that will change their lives for the better.
JBs Tailored, the Fashion Kingdom.